Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the stream tonight. So today we're going to be playing possibly the finale of Saku Love Blooms with the Cherry Blossoms. Now, I say that, but I have no guarantees, but it did feel like last time we were sort of winding down to some sort of finale, so we'll see if that actually happens. If not, it is what it is. If you know. So yeah, about yesterday, I didn't stream the second part of the stream I had planned, because when I tried streaming, my computer crashed, blue screened and everything, so I figured I'd give the computer a bit of a rest, see if that did any different. But anyway, here we go, possibly the finale, let's go! I just need to quickly get my chat up, there we go, it's there. In the end, I didn't get the chance to have a proper conversation with Yuri after lunch break. Oh, I haven't changed the title of the stream. Whoopsie. Last thing I want to do is have people coming in expecting Muv-Love. But you know, these are the things that happen when you go live. Things won't always go to plan. Especially when you keep tapping the wrong key. Okay. I wanted to talk to her after school, but as things turned out, it appeared she had already left when I was about to approach her. Yep. In case you didn't realize, last time he messed up. He went a bit too physical with Yuri before she was prepared for it, and yeah, it was very bad. He did fucked up. Hopefully they'll resolve it and that's gonna be the end, because you know, it seems like the natural conclusion, doesn't it, that they'd eventually make up. That was a total failure on my part. How should I apologize to her for that? I don't think I fell out of favor with her just because of that, but still. I mean, she even thought, you know, when she had her conversation, her counseling with Sawada-sensei, even she basically explained, you know, he's really been holding himself back, because, you know, men at his age have very carnal desires, and it's just like, yeah, so yeah. You know, I'm sure eventually they'll make up. Oh, speak of the devil! No, she's not a devil, she's an angel and I love her. Eh? Yuri? Surprise hit me when I arrived at home. A visibly nervous Yuri is standing before the front door. Why are you here? Yeah. Why else would you be here? Sokka. Oh, she's so precious. After that, silence governed for a while. I fear we won't make headway like this. It's awkward to stand around and talk here, so how about you come in first? Yeah. Yuri nods slightly with a bright red face. It seems no one else is home yet. Well, isn't that convenient? And Tina is also nowhere to be found. She's probably hiding. Having confirmed that, I vigorously bow my head before her just as we enter my room. Yuri. Gomennasai. Yuma-kun? I lost myself during lunch break. That must have startled you. Sorry for scaring you.
待って。謝らなくちゃいけないのは私の方だよ。肝心な時に怖くなって、ユーマくんの前から逃げ出して。
As she would do, considering she and her sister were in an all-girls school before this. Yuri.
でもね、私 私ね、ユーマくんが大好きで。
Oh dear. This does seem like the setup for sexy time. With that, she latched onto me. Nah. Enveloped with a warm and soft sensation, coupled with Yuri's nice smell, I felt dizzy for a short moment. I thought you may have come to hate me. I whisper that close to her ear while also softly embrace her.
そんなことあるはずないよ。
She's just a virgin, so you know, she's not used to it. Sorry for scaring you. Gomennasai. I guess we're done with this topic then. Let's not talk about it anymore. I feared our relationship might have suffered a crack or two from my little rampage. I felt so glad that everything was okay. It was a huge load off my mind. I imagine it would be. I have to exercise better self-control from now on. So, see, Yuri, I'd be thankful if you let go of me now. Since she's embracing me directly from the front, I can sense 2 cushions being strongly pressed against my chest. Oh, yes. Oh, but that must be a very nice feeling. I just imposed better self-control on myself, but this situation is naturally rather harsh on me.
ユーマくん、これ。
Oh. Yuri?
私、男の人のこと全然分かってなくて。ユーマくんに何度も我慢させちゃって。だから。
Oh my. I hope this isn't going anywhere. I hope it's going.
どうぞ。
I might have to bring up the sensor. Oh. No, never mind. It isn't going where I thought it was. She lets go of me for now and holds out a small box. Condoms? Oh, Sawada-sensei, please. With condoms suddenly thrust before me and accompanied by a go ahead, I'm logically rather totally nonplussed.
どうしてそんなにキョトンとしてるの？
It's funny, I can't remember whether it's Sawako or Sawada. Well, that's only natural when you suddenly hand me something like this. Don't tell me you went yourself.
さっきここに来る前に薬局に寄って買ってきました。
Oh my gosh! I wonder what the cashier was like. Is that why she hurriedly left the classroom as soon as homeroom was over? However...
どうして笑うの？ユーマくんひどい。
Gomen, it's just that I tried to imagine how you felt when you bought those.
そんなの緊張してて覚えてないよ。恥ずかしくてお店の人の顔も見られなかったし。
Oh, Yuri. Oh, Yuri. I already said so before, but you're really trying too hard all by yourself.
だってユーマくんには本当に申し訳ないと思ってるの。だからこれ使ってください。
Oh boy, I'm glad I have that drink. I'm feeling rather thirsty. In more ways than one. The effectively always shy Yuri gazes at me with serious eyes. Arigato. But are you sure it's okay?
相手はユーマくんだもの。
Aww, so wholesome. Sokka. Yokata. Her feelings make me so happy that even I want to thank her. I embrace her, then proceed to gently kiss her. Thank goodness. So that would definitely have been a H scene. So now we know that this game is actually safe apart from some Mio titty. The next day, Saturday, there's naturally no school today. But once again, by reason of PMC work, I've come to school all the same.
あら、お久しぶり。
Oh god, this guy! Oh no! Nah! Extremely startled, I almost instinctively jump away from the voice that all of a sudden sprang at me from a rather short distance.
いやね、そんなに驚いて。でも、そんな顔も素敵よ。
Oh my god. In case you know, he bats for the same team. It's been a few parts since he turned up. If memory serves me right, this guy is Iberian or something, was it? Right. He all of a sudden popped up in my room and engaged in a stare down with Kotaro. What business does a Soul Reaper have at my school?
どうしてかしらね。でも、どうでもいいじゃないの。そんなことは。
I don't like the way he's saying that. The pansy Soul Reaper said so. He drew himself close to me.
ねえ、ここには邪魔者もいないみたいだし、男同士で親交を深めましょう。
Oh god! Away! Away! Making a cross with my fingers. Away with you! No thanks.
もう釣れないわね。けどそんなところも素敵よ。絶対に私の虜にしてあげるんだから。
Perhaps we should make it clear that his efforts are useless, really. Boy, this guy's as gross as ever. That's never going to happen. You ought to give up already. I already have a girlfriend who I love.
なんですって？女？どうやったら女にうつつを抜かしちゃったの？
What do you mean? Not at all. In my opinion, it's a perfectly normal occurrence when a man falls in love with a woman.
なんてこと。私と坊やの邪魔をするクソ女がいるのね。どうしてくれようかしら。
Oh god. Looks like Yuri's getting into a bit of trouble. Oi! You don't plan on doing something to my girlfriend, do you?
どうかしらね。
Oh god. He mutters that while wearing a daring smile.
じゃあ、私は用事を思い出したからここで。また会いましょう。じゃあおー。
Ah! Kora! Following a flying kiss, his figure instantaneously vanishes. Did he leave? No. Chotto. Maybe he really went after Yuri. I immediately broke into a run toward the school building.
失礼します。
Yuri! Daijoubu desu ka? Did anything strange happen?
ユーマくん？
I draw close to Yuri, call to the infirmary and shake her shoulders.
どうしたの？そんなに慌てて。
Judging by her reaction, it doesn't seem like anything noteworthy happened. You didn't encounter a strange pansy, did you? I don't think you should call him that.
そんな人には会っていないけど。
Well, she's safe for now. Soka. It appears I got pointlessly worked up over it too much. I worried he might perpetrate something due to the weird gibberish he said, but I guess he wouldn't actually kill out of retaliation.
それより、ユーマくんは大丈夫？昨日、あんなに何時間も動いてたし。
Oh my. Oh my. So yeah, we definitely did gloss over that part, didn't we? I'm fine. Just by recalling our time together yesterday, excitement coupled with slight embarrassment wells up.
昨日はありがとうございました。
Oh hey. Hey, I think he should be thanking you just as much. What's that for all of a sudden?
私、ユーマくんに頼りっきりなのに優しくしてもらえて嬉しかったから。相手がユーマくんで本当に良かったよ。
Yeah, that's pretty much how I would have expected their first time to go, considering how Yuri is. Saying so, she embarrassedly smiles at me. Yuri.
Oh,
Unable to restrain myself, I embrace her.
Yuma-kun.
They make a very wholesome couple, don't they? Yuri gently wrapped her hands around my back.
我慢しなくていいですよ。しないでください。
My goodness. Still putting others before herself. She really is a good girl. It's quite apparent she mustered all the courage she can to say that. However, if I were to do as she says right now, I'd probably push her onto a bed right here. I desperately summoned my self-control and let go of her. Yeah, but I'll hold myself back.
しちゃうの？
I mean, doing it in school, it's a bit bold. Of course, even when we don't wear our armbands, we're PMC members all the same, ne? Thus, while in school, I need to hold myself back from anything that disturbs the public morals.
風紀委員として今まで以上に自覚と責任を持ってみんなのお手本になれるようにしないとね。
Indeed. Show them that they can be in love and still be respectable people. Accordingly, holding hands or stroking your hair is banned at school. Aw, she's disappointed. That also goes for kissing, obviously.
禁止しちゃうの？
She looks at me with upturned, clingy, amorous eyes. Maybe my self-control isn't strong enough to get me through this. It definitely wouldn't be for me. Definitely not.
太郎がいるだけで癒されるわ。っていうか、今日はもう帰るの？
Yuri has to work.
うわ、名前呼び。まさかユーリもユーマくんとか呼んじゃってるわけ？
Indeed, they're finally making some decent progress. Just occasionally, it's too embarrassing for her to always call me that way.
はあ、相変わらずめんどくさい性格。あんたもよくあんなのと付き合えるわね。そこだけは素直に尊敬するわ。
I'd put up with that every day of the week, no problem. She isn't annoying. Besides, talking with her is really soothing. It makes me feel comfortable.
ばっかじゃないの？それよりあんた、ユーリに何かした？どうも昨日から様子がおかしいんだけど。
Well, maybe. Must be your imagination. There's no doubt the reason behind that is we had sex, but I don't feel like revealing that to Hanako at all. And I don't blame him.
今の間、怪しいわね。何か身に覚えがあるんでしょ。
Ugh, that reporter's instinct kicking in, eh? Yeah, I don't. As expected from a newspaper club member, she's really sharp.
喧嘩？喧嘩でもした？ねえねえ喧嘩？それとも人に言えない何かをしちゃったとか？
Even if that was the case, I wouldn't tell you nor anyone for that matter.
はあ？なんでよ。
Why do you think? Isn't it obvious? It's a matter of Yuri's and my privacy.
たくつまんない男ね。
Well, I don't need to be interesting in your eyes. There's no way I could tell the sister of my girlfriend we had sex for the first time yesterday. That's something Yuri'd have to say, isn't it? But I don't think even she'd say that.
でもさ、ユーリが本当にあんたを好きなのか、私は疑問なんだけど。
Why would you say that? What do you mean?
今って俗に言う恋に恋しちゃってる状態なわけだし、それが冷めたらただの浅場くんに逆戻りかもってことよ。
Maybe. I can sort of see that, maybe. Considering she's never experienced it before. Maybe she is drunk on love at the moment. Is that really possible in Yuri's case? I wouldn't think so personally, but who knows? However, well, I'll deal with that should it actually happen. Should a time come that we break up, I suppose that'd mean that Yuri fell out of love with me.
まったく哀れよねあんたは。
He's in the situation of his own volition. You don't really need to pity him. Why is that?
ユーリは本気であんたを好きになったわけじゃないの。
Well, we don't know that for sure yet. You're saying she isn't serious?
ええ、試しに聞いてみたらいいわ。
Ask her, like what? Do you really love me or something?
それより、そうね。もし、私が浅場ユーマを好きだって言ったらどうするか。
Are you? You? With me? But why?
ただの例え話。けど、ユーリが本気であんたを好きなら、私になんて絶対に譲らないでしょ。
Fair point. Well, that's true, I suppose.
だから聞いてみればいいでしょ。それであの子の本音を聞いて失望したらいいわ。
We'll see who's disappointed. I became somewhat anxious as Hanako states that with brimming confidence. Yuri doesn't really. We'll see.
あら、あそこにいるのは坊やじゃないの。
Oh god, here he is again. Here he is.
だから聞いてみればいいでしょ。それであの子の本音を聞いて失望したらいいわ。
Wait a minute, is he pretending to be Hanako?
で、あ
No.
の子。坊やに言ったのはただの冗談だけど、これは面白くなりそうね。
Is he gonna take advantage of this whole thing? I know Hanako doesn't mean to cause trouble, but Yuri and I are on a Sunday date, and just like the last times, we've come to the top of White Lily Hill. Ah, hey Tall Ref, how you doing? I believe this guy, thinking back, this was like 5 or 6 streams ago he appeared. I believe he's something to do with Tina. Might be Tina's like older brother, I think. Seems it's already about to become our standard date spot. Is there a reason you're gazing at me so fixatedly? Is that her kiss me appeal? Without any hesitation, I draw close to Yuri and push my lips onto hers. Looks like that wasn't what she wanted. Wasn't that just now your signal that you wanted me to kiss you?
そんな合図してません。どうして浅場くんは簡単にキスできちゃうんですか？
Gomen, you don't like that?
ちょっとだけ複雑です。遊んでる人みたいで。
I guess that can be the way you're construing this. That's not really the case, though. However, it's a fact that I'm always the one who initiates the kiss. Not even once has it been the other way round. Whenever it turns into that sort of mood, she always conservatively waits for me to approach her. Yuri, can I kiss you one more time?
はい。
I wonder when he's actually gonna is he actually gonna do the hypothetical today, do you think? Immediately after our lips touch, I can still feel how she tenses up. Until the tension loosens up, I continue to support her body.
ユーマくんのキス。ずるいよ。
Well, maybe you should initiate once in a while, Yuri. What exactly is unfair about them? But instead of asking her that, I kiss her once more. So adorable. It seems that strength is leaving her legs, so I wrap my hands around her waist and tightly embrace her. Her body is glued so close to me that her breasts get squished.
Yuma-kun... 平気?
Yuri's gaze suddenly becomes unsettled. The reason is all too clear. To my own disgrace, that little kissing session is already enough to induce a yes, and one of those. Gomen, that turned me on a bit too much.
Yuma-kun... また我慢しちゃうの?
You want to do it out here on a hill? It'll settle down on its own if you leave it alone for a while. Don't mind it. Having ascertained that her legs are properly supporting her again, I loosen my embrace. Upon that, she once again gazes at me fixatedly. Seriously, no matter how you look at it, it's definitely a signal that you want me to kiss you. Womanizer. Was that a sigh of disappointment because I didn't kiss you?
違います。話をしなくてもユーマくんの考えが分かるようになりたいって思っていただけで顔を見て察するというか以心伝心みたいな。
Right, she's just trying to understand what he's thinking. Fair enough. What I think?
うん。コナミさんもミオも時々ユーマくんの考えを読んでるように行動してるでしょ。それが羨ましいのって思って。
Aww. So that's why she's been fixating her gaze on him. I've been with them for a very long time after all. Plus, they only infer some things from the current mood. It's not like they entirely understand what I think. In Konami's case, though, sometimes her speech and conduct are really just as if she completely reads my mind. Indeed. Saying that would only serve to make things more awkward here, so I should keep that to myself.
場の空気か。
Read the mood and then do whatever you feel is natural. She hung her head as if deeply pondering about it. Gotta say, this girl can be pretty serious about the strangest things. Let's give it a shot then. Sorry, guys. Yuri, because it's late. Yuri, do you know what I'm thinking about right now?
そのキスしたいとか?
Correct. You, one way or another, understand these kinds of things without giving them much thought or anything, ne? With that, I steal her lips. Overfilled with happiness, I almost forget time whenever I'm with Yuri. Phew. On the way while seeing her home.
花がまた何か言ったの?
Ah, he's gonna pop the question, or the hypothetical. Hardly worth mentioning though. I come to a halt and tell Yuri about what Hanako said yesterday. And that's what she said jokingly. Did she say it jokingly though?
そう。花がそんなことを言ってたんだ。
She just wants to be absolutely sure that they really are in love. I think that's probably what it is. I don't think it's meant to be spiteful. It's meant to test how strong their relationship truly is. Yuri shows a quiet reaction in response to that. What if Hanako loved me? Hypothetical story.
けど、花は本当に冗談だったのかな。花がユーマくんを好きになっても不思議じゃないと思う。
Are you sure about that, Yuri? That unexpected statement makes me slightly panic. Say, putting aside what Hanako might feel or not, what about your own feelings?
私の気持ち。二人が好き合ってるなら、私は何も。
She really, really does have low self-confidence, doesn't she? Does that mean you wouldn't mind if I dated Hanako instead?
だって、花には幸せになってほしいもの。 浅場くんにはそれができると思う。
She loves putting other people before herself. Come on, Yuri. Be jealous. Say I would never give you up to her. Come on. Her words cause a sharp pain to run through my chest. Machikayo.
なんでそんなことを聞くの？
Why? I obviously... I wanted to press her to tell me her own inner feelings, but I ultimately desisted from doing it. Yeah, let's stop this talk. There really is no point in discussing. In response, Yuri turned her face away from me, wearing a somewhat sad, lonesome expression. Ooh.
だから言ったじゃないの。ユーリはそこまであんたを好きじゃないのよ。なんとなく付き合っちゃっただけなの。
Oof. You're pretty happy to hear that, huh?
そりゃあもう人の不幸は蜜の味ってね。で、私を呼び出したのはその話をするため？
I so wanna punch her. Don't be like that. No, that's fine. Don't be like that. Yeah. I answer brusquely. I answer brusquely and push her handkerchief she lent me onto her. I washed it, so here, you can have it back.
そんなの別にいいわよ。交換って言ったじゃない。
That doesn't work for me. Take it already.
私は返さないわよ。あんたのハンカチ。
Oh my god, is she actually gonna confess that she loves me now? Do as you want. I'm just following my own principles. Hanako fixedly glares at me. But the next moment...
はあ、もうそんな顔すんな。ユーリのことは言い過ぎました。反省してます。
Oh, she's apologized now, Toraf. You can forgive her, right? What's that all of a sudden?
ユーリの気持ちもよくわかるのよ。自分の姉が可愛すぎて彼氏をかけて勝負しても勝てないと思ってるんでしょ？
Even though you lose to her in both height and your free sizes?
あんたなんで私の3サイズとか知ってんのよ？
He did actually measure all the girls, didn't he? On the day of the checkup, you yourself kicked up a fuss in a loud voice about how you lost or won or stuff, remember? Well, of course I don't remember the exact numbers though.
まあそんな過去もあったわね。
Long ago, just for the record, that was just 2 months ago. To be precise, 1 month and a half.
うっさい。私もいろいろと育ってんのよ。いろいろ。
Wow, I'm surprised with it, the game's actually been a month and a half. 45 days in game. Wow, I didn't realize it was that much. Well, if you say so, let's just leave it at that then.
はあ、何様よあんた。マジムカつくわ。
Hanako spouts abusive language with an attitude close to some sort of delinquent girl.
でもさ、あんた。
Nani?
この際、私に浮気してみない？
What? Huh? Are? Is this also some kind of poor joke? I swear, this girl.
ほら、どうなのよ。浮気する気も起きないっつうの？
Why would I? She's perfect. That's right. I won't do something like that. I'm faithful to Yuri no matter what. I slowly pace along the fence while I decisively turn her down.
だ、そうですか。
Hanako sets off as she says so complainingly. Matching my pace to hers, we slowly walk on.
でもさ、ユーリにも困ったもんよね。浅場も本音は花にユーマくんを渡さないみたいな展開を期待してたんでしょ？
Yes, I do realize that she's trying to break us up, but I think this is a way of her testing whether Yuma is truly worthy of being her sister's boyfriend or not. That's how I want to see it. I don't want to see it as just being spiteful for the sake of being spiteful. Yeah, not really.
まあどうでもいいけど。
I think Yuri just wants to have your blessing more than anyone else's. Yours, her twin sisters.
は？私に？
I nod in response to a surprised Hanako. But that expression gradually changes into one of anger and...
だったら、私に祝福されるような二人になってみなさいよ。
See, that's what I was meaning, Torath. That's what I meant. She just wants them to be a worthy couple. After spitting that out sharply, she runs off. She's too tsundere for her own good, you know. I, on the other hand, just stood there, silently watching her leave. With Sunday gone by, the Monday of another fresh week has arrived.
アン先輩、今日も何枚か投書がありましたよ。
Okay, more. I hope there are actually some proper suggestions this time.
本当？ない日も多いけど、あるとやっぱり嬉しいね。
なんかめぼしいものってある？
Well, let's see, shall we?
アン先輩、こんなものが。ん？どれどれ？
It's the student council team all in the screen, I just noticed. She takes the letter from Konami and promptly begins to read it out aloud.
今年他県から入学したばかりで土地に疎いものです。この辺りで夜景の綺麗な場所があったら教えてください。
Are you guys a tourist office now? Since it had nothing to do with the PMC, I was just passively listening until now, but the ridiculous content compelled me to cut in.
こういうのに答えるのも大事だと思うよ。
Are you sure about that? It is? I have to say, the scope of the student council's work is rather broad.
でも夜景の綺麗なところなんてあったっけ？
White Lily Hill would strike me as a good one, right?
夜景。
Yuri, who was also just passively listening next to me, must have sat quietly as if something had hit her. Most likely, she's thinking of that hill.
誰か詳しい人いる？
Well, it just so happens that yes.
夜景といえば高台だよな。なら丘とか？
Ah, so he's tuned in.
ああ、いいですね。え？丘ってどこの？
Do you really not know, Jun Senpai?
ここから割と近くにあるちょっとした広場です。変なジンクスもあったりしますが。
A weird jinx.
ああ、確かになんかあった気がする。恋愛関係だよな。
Jimpo Senpai didn't know. I'm surprised too, right?
はい。恋人同士であそこを訪れると必ず別れるですね。
Wait, what? Huh? No? Oh god, really? Oh right, I remember that. I also heard that about that rumor. Oh, you knew, Yuma, and you let Yuri bring you to a place where you're destined to break up. But since I wasn't interested in love at the time, it didn't particularly catch my interest.
まあ、よくある類のジンクスっすね。
I called her Jun Senpai, didn't I? It's Jinpo Senpai. God damn it.
へえ、なるほどね。正直眉唾者だけど、そういうのって女の子は気にしちゃうよね。
Well, not all of them, evidently. Hearing that, I turned to take a look at Yuri. Oof. Well, it appears she's totally minding it. Indeed she is.
もう一度よ、浅場ユーマ。
Oh god, what are we explaining to her this time?
無理を言わないの。タイルも綺麗になったし、今日はこのぐらいでいいでしょ。
このままだと私の腹の虫が収まらないの。
What has her so angry? For some enigmatic reason, Hanako challenged me to a tile polishing battle, but ended up losing by a wide margin. As a result, she started to throw a tantrum.
ほら、そろそろ道具を片付けて終わりにしましょう。浅場くんももう帰らないと。
Ah, so they cleaned the bathroom tiles, I take it.
別に泊まってけばいいじゃないの。どうせ明日も学校に来るんだし。
You do realize this is the girls' dorm, right? What are you talking about? It's a weekday, and to begin with, there's no way I could stay over at the girls' dorms.
じゃあちょうどいい時間だし、これからあの丘に行って夜景を見てくるとかは？
Well, after we learned about the jinx on it, I don't think Yuri will be that keen.
丘といえば、花、あそこのジンクスって知ってた？
That's right, she's the one who took us to that hill in the first place. Oh, Hanako.
ジンクス？知らないわね。
You liar. Whenever the cat ears come out, we know she's being a trickster. Hanako suddenly lets her eyes wander around unnaturally. She couldn't have acted more suspiciously.
やっぱり知ってて私たちを連れて行ったのね。
Yuri is not happy.
ジンクスは知ってたけど、それ以上にあそこの景色が好きなのよ、私は。
It's hard to believe you.
嫌なことがあっても、あそこに行くと気分が晴れて元気になれたの。本当にそれだけよ。
Is that right? Hanako despondently drops her shoulders. I suppose that place is also one of Hanako's favorite places. Not only ours. Also, Yuri surely didn't say that to admonish her. I also love the view there.
でしょ？あそこほんといい場所なんだって。ユーリも門限なんて気にしないで夜景を見るのよ、夜景よ。
She did spill the beans, but she couldn't help herself. She just couldn't keep a poker face.
そうはいかないわよ。規則はちゃんと守らないと。
ああ、もうユーリってば融通が利かないわね。本当に夜景も綺麗なんだけどな。
She's also openly admitting that she flaunted curfew to be at that hill as well. Then why don't you take a picture of the night view there and show us?
写真か。あれは絶対に生で見た方がいいと思うけど。
True. I guess that makes sense in my view.
でもまあ、そこまで頼まれると悪い気はしないわね。これからちょっと撮影してくるわ。
If Hanako's going out after curfew by herself, I'm quite worried she's going to meet that Soul Reaper.
あ、こら、花！
Yuri hurriedly detains Hanako, who suddenly got up and was about to dash off. Yep, the two of them really are pretty close sisters after all. As I looked at the two of them, a smile naturally surfaced on my face. Cute. Wednesday night, at the supervisor's room of the girls' dorms. There I was in the middle of studying together with Yuri and Hanako.
勉強ぐらい2人でやりなさいよね。これじゃ私がお邪魔虫みたいじゃない。
You just don't want to study, do you, Hanako? That's what you're doing.
こうでもしないと花は勉強しないでしょ。1年の時のテストだって良くなかったんだし、今度はお母さんたちも許してくれないからね。
Yeah, Hanako. Book your ideas up, girl.
あーはいはい、次は頑張りマップ。つうかさ、なんで男子禁制の女子寮にこんな男が入り込んでるわけ？
That's true, but this is a supervisor's room. As you can see, it's not like I went in a girl's room.
はあ？ここまで来たら同じことでしょうが。乙女のプライバシーはどこへ行った？
She's being a little awkward about it now. She was the one who suggested yesterday or earlier today that we should stay. he should stay over. And now it's like, oh no, he can't do that.
今日は沢田先生が出張だから浅場くんが寮館代理なの。仕方ないでしょ。
Sawada sensei. So I was right. According to my insider, Aoi-san, this so-called work gathering is basically a drinking party though. She said she'd be back before it gets late and asked me to fill in for her while she's out. To begin with, who was it who came here wanting to play cards?
あれは沢田先生がいると思ったから。つうか何なのよあんた、無駄に強いのよ。
Yuri then found us playing cards and immediately suggested we should have a study session together. What should also be mentioned in this regard is that I was first invited to come to their room, but I courteously declined that offer, as she should do.
教科書を読んでるとすぐ眠くなるのよね。
You say that?
ってもしかしてユーリ寝てない？
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Before I noticed, Yuri was leaning against my shoulder.
うわ、信じらんない。言い出しっぺが真っ先に寝るとか呆れて怒る気にもならないわ。
It is kind of funny that the one who suggested it is the first one to doze off. She was still awake just a couple of moments ago. Maybe she's pretty tired. Can we just let her sleep?
いいけど、そのままだとあんたは邪魔じゃないの？
That's not a problem. Besides, she'd probably wake up if I moved her.
ああ、そう。けど。
Hanako gazes at Yuri with an expression that suggests mild disbelief.
この子がここまで変わるとはね。男の前で寝顔を晒すような真似、絶対しなかったのに。
Oh, is that right? Yeah, that's right. At that time when we were handcuffed together, I remember that she seemed pretty embarrassed, but she just naturally just fell asleep on him.
しかしユーリもバカよね。私と浅場に仲良くなってもらいって真顔で言ったのよ。大きなお世話だっつうの。
Well, you could eventually be Yuma's sister-in-law, Hanako, so it probably would be better if you could get along. She's just a really kind girl.
ま、あんたにはいろいろと感謝もしてるけどね。ユーリの男への偏見もなくなったみたいだし。
Oh, she had a prejudice? She had a prejudice?
元はといえば、私が原因だけどさ。確か、ここに入学して3ヶ月目ぐらいだったかな。
Hanako, what did you do? Hanako starts to quietly recite what happened back while her eyes seem to look elsewhere in the distance. At that time, Yuri had already become a hot topic among guys. Apparently, she was even well known among upperclassmen as a cute freshman girl. And one day...
花、そろそろ夕食の時間よ。食堂が混まないうちに行こう。
わかってる。もう少しだけ。あそこの写真を撮ってからね。
そっか。じゃあ、見ててもいい？
見てたって暇でしょ？なんなら先に食堂へ行って。
見てる。
Aww, such a good little sister.
何がそんなに楽しいんだか。ま、それなら待ってて。すぐ終わらせるから。
急がなくてもいいよ。
あそこにいるのって月島さんじゃね？
Uh-oh.
ああ、あの子がそうなんだ。噂には聞いてたけど。かわいい。
She's adorable. She can't help being adorable.
追っ払おうか。
平気。すぐいなくなると思う。
I wonder if they actually will, though.
そう願いたいわね。たく、男っつうのは。
もしかして横にいるのって双子のお姉さんか？
Oh.
へえ、双子なんだ。言われてみればそっくりだな。
Oh, wow. They're talking to her as if she's less important than Yuri. I'm sure she doesn't like
も
that.
う行こっか。ずっと見られてるのも怖いし。
Oof.
写真はいいの？
また今度でいいわよ。行きましょう。
Let's get out of here.
でも妹の方が可愛いかな。
Oh, jeez. You went and said it. You went and said what you shouldn't say. Oof.
確かに。向こうは競争率高いし、顔が同じなら姉で妥協するのもありじゃね？
What assholes.
マジか。俺なら妥協しないで妹行くな。
God damn. Go on, Yuri. You admonish them. You tell them off.
ふざけないでください。あなたたちに姉の何がわかるって言うんですか？
Yeah, you tell her. You tell them, Yuri. You tell them.
ちょっと、ユーリ？妥協って何ですか？姉に謝ってください。
でへい、怒った顔も可愛いな。なあなあ、俺とデートしようぜ。
To be honest, I think it's the guys themselves that made her a man-hater. I don't think Hanako really has anything to do with this. These guys are just dicks.
ちょっと、何気安く妹に触ろうとしてんのよ。
せーな。姉の方はお呼びじゃないってわかんねえのかよ。まあまあ、お姉さんの方は俺と仲良くしようぜ。
There's no way this is Hanako's fault.
ふざけないでください。私、あなたたちみたいな人は軽蔑します。
And this is how she became a man-hater,
で
eh?
そのまま切れちゃって、男はみんなそうなんだって思い込むことまっしぐら。
It's always the few that ruin it for the many. In all sorts of different things. Having finished her story, Hanako heaved a heavy sigh. So that's why she said love is stupid, huh?
は？ユーリそんなこと言ってたの？
She didn't even know. A couple of weeks before we started dating. Back then, I thought that notion originated from the fact that PMC and student council members quit due to romantic affairs, but figures it was deeper rooted than that.
けど、それが今ではこうだもんね。まさかここまで男にべったりだとは思わなかったわ。
This is a man who will treat his lady right, and that's pretty much all that she needed to see, that there were men who would actually be kind rather than be like assholes like those guys.
でも安心した。きちんとあんたがユーリを守ってくれてるみたいで。
Ooh, a bit of acknowledgement, eh? A bit of more accepting of the relationship, huh? Well, as her boyfriend, that much is natural.
はいはい、ごちそうさま。つーか、こらユーリ、あんたいつまで寝てるつもりよ。
As if to say that this conversation is now over, Hanako snarls at the still sleeping Yuri. Aww.
さっき、私が寝てる間に、浅葉くんとどんなことを話したの？
Nothing important, right?
別に。寮の前まで送ってった時に何か言ってたの？
ううん、何も。
Probably better that way.
それはもう破局の前兆じゃない？男が隠し事を始めたら危険信号でしょ。
さすがにそれはないと思うけど。でも、本当に私が寝てる間、何もなかった？二人とも教えてくれないから不安になるよ。
Because it wasn't important, you don't really need to know.
そうね。じゃあさユーリ、私と賭けをしない？浅葉が本当に誠実な男かどうかの最終テスト。
Aha.
テストって何をするつもりなの？
You gonna cause more trouble for him again?
大丈夫。私にいい考えがあんのよ。
I hate it when Hanako says she has a great idea, because normally it means bad stuff for Yuma.
いい考え？
そうよ。あいつだってきっとあの時の男子と同じに決まってる。
So when you think about it, she basically shares the prejudice that with Yuri, basically. I think that scene, that flashback told us. He's just like those assholes as before. Yuri and I have been planning to go on a date today. For that matter, we decided to meet up in the morning.
ユウマくん、おはよう。どうかした？
Yeah. Ohayo, Yuri. Didn't we agree to meet in front of the station?
早起きしちゃったからお散歩がてら来てみたの。今日も気持ちいい天気だね。
Pretty much ideal for a date. I have a feeling that this isn't Yuri. Do you think maybe this is Hanako disguised as Yuri? As his ultimate final test? Because they do say they do look exactly alike, don't they? Even those assholes said they look pretty alike, didn't they? It's unusual for Yuri to be the one to invite me to a date, so I've been really looking forward to it since yesterday. There's still time before the movie, so how about you rest inside a bit before we get going?
平気。これでも体力はある方なんだよ。
If she is Hanako, that's some extreme hair dyeing. Well, maybe. Well, alright then. Oh? Yuri has linked her arm with mine in silence. Gotta say, she's pretty bold today. However, judging by the fact that she has turned as red as a tomato, it's rather obvious that she's still pretty much pushing herself to do this.
こうすれば恋人っぽく見えるかな。
You did this because you wanted us to look like one?
そういうわけじゃないけど、周りの人にどう見えてるのか気になってたから。
Yep, that's Hanako for sure. What made you think that's alright? If you like, how about we ask someone to take a photo of us in memory of today's date?
写真なんていいよ。それに都合よくカメラなんてないし。
True. You don't constantly walk around with one like Hanako, after all.
前から気になってたんだけど、ユウマくんは花をどう思ってるの？
Well, what can I say? She's your sister.
そういうことじゃなくて、もっと他にいろいろない？
What camera are you talking about? I don't see a camera. What kind of different things, for instance?
かわいいとか性格いいとか、実は私より花と付き合いたかったとか。
Now the suspicion. If I had to say...
言うなら
She's your sister.
それだけなの？
What could there be more than that? And just as a side note, Yuri, your breasts have been pushing against my arm for a while now.
でもユウマくんは好きでしょ？女の子のこういう。
Some of the stuff she's saying is definitely something Hanako would say as well. She casts her eyes downward and proceeds to squeeze her breasts against me even more than before. Hey, you don't have to push yourself to lock arms with me and all that.
ユウマくんにだけだから恥ずかしいけど無理はしてないよ。
Yeah, the number 3, the personality shift that's happened, yeah, this definitely is Hanako. No matter how I look at it, she's pushing herself in spite of what she says, though. Anyways, let's head towards the main street. I hope he realizes in that case, because the last thing we want him to do is kiss Hanako, right? That said, we set out towards our destination with this unfamiliar physical closeness between us. I take it that the movie you want to see is still the one you mentioned yesterday? If I remember correctly, it's a movie based on an anime that's airing on TV lately.
よく花が見てて私も好きになったんだけど、原作を知らなくても映画は楽しめるみたいだから、ユーマくんも大丈夫だと思う。
Well, as long as you at least enjoy it, I don't particularly mind either way, but... Nah, Yuri.
何?
She replies to me, maintaining a smile that looks just as if it was Yuri's. Just what is she up to?
ユーマくん、どうしたの?
Hanako, disguised as the spitting image of Yuri, gazes at me with a questioning look. Ah, Yuma! I'm glad he noticed! Ah, I'm so glad he noticed. It's probably just a prank, but seeing that she's wearing Yuri's clothes, chances are they're in cahoots. What are the two of them thinking? We should make the most of today's great weather, so how about we just keep following this hill road? It may be a detour, but a leisurely stroll would be nice.
階段使わないの?
I mean, you can even tell that someone's... It doesn't even sound completely like Yuri either. There's definitely a hint of Hanako in there. That'd be a shortcut. Demo. Does that mean you wouldn't mind if you got all sweaty then?
じゃあタクシー呼ばない?
See, there's no way Yuri would suggest a taxi. She'd totally want to do a detour. A taxi on a date between two students is kind of out of place, if you ask me. To begin with, if it was Yuri, she wouldn't say something like that. Lucky for me, I have a girlfriend who's confident in her stamina. Come on, let's go.
ユーマくんっていつもそんな感じだっけ? 普段はもっと優しくしてくれてたような。
Well, in Hanako's sight, that is. She'd make a fuss if it wasn't nice. If I wasn't nice to you, ne?
もしかして花のご機嫌取りで優しかったの?
Why are you bringing that up now? That's how it's been this whole time already, ne? I keep walking at a fast pace without turning back. I'm obviously teasing Hanako, but it's kind of fun in its own right to act out this kind of personality. Doshitano? We'll be late if you don't hurry up.
わかってます。浅場くん、歩くの早いんだもん。
As you'd expect, walking up the hill road at this pace is rough on her. Yuri question mark? Shoganai ne. Guess I'll give her a helping hand. Literally. Ora. Here, Yuri. I take the hand of the exhausted fake Yuri and continue to climb the hill road. Just say so when you're tired. We can take a short rest whenever you want, okay?
でも映画に遅れちゃうから。
We'll just have to wait for the next screening then. Besides, if you're this out of breath, you'll hardly be able to enjoy the movie, no? I gently tap her head from atop her cap. Even if we end up having to wait for the next screening, I doubt it'll get boring with the two of us together. Is this where Hanako's gonna fall in love with Yuma? She nodded, then began to walk again, yet not changing her position behind me. Nah, why are you walking behind me like that?
だって女の子はそういうものじゃないの?
We've already been over this with Yuri, but you wouldn't know that, would you, Hanako? Seems their mother's upbringing has also been implanted in Hanako, not just Yuri.
それに恥ずかしいからこのままでいいです。
Her hand, which I'm holding, is trembling. As I already figured, she most likely really pushed herself when she locked arms with me earlier. Don't be so nervous. This is probably the first time I've seen Hanako this meek. Somehow, she makes me remember Yuri from the time we had just started dating. She does remind me of Yuri back then, definitely. Hanako mutters that dreamily as we come out of the movie theatre. I already figured as much, but chances are, she's the only one who really loves that anime. Well then, I guess that's enough of this. I'm already too tired to keep this act going for much longer. It's nice that you enjoyed it and all, but could you stop pretending to be your sister now? It's been long enough. You know what I mean. Drop it already and get back to your usual self, Hanako.
何を言ってるの？私ユーリだよ。あんたのあなた様の彼女じゃありませんか？
She's completely flustered. I don't think she ever realized he'd ever realize. In response to me revealing that she's busted, she starts to get amusingly flustered. Just for your information, your act has already started to fall apart.
ちょっとここで待ってなさい。すぐに戻るから。
There you go. She's even broken voice. With that, she ran back into the movie theatre. A couple minutes later.
一体いつから気づいてたのよ。
Hanako comes outside again as her usual self.
こう言っちゃなんだけど、私の変装は完璧だった。に見破られないと思ったのに。
Unfortunately for you, Yuma's been dating her long enough to know when someone is not acting like herself. Sorry to tell you, but I thought something was off right from the get-go.
嘘、どこが？
Your voice, I guess. I felt a bit like your personality's overly energetic air mixed in.
声も気をつけてたんだけど。
Exactly, that's when I realized as well. It was really close to her voice, which is why that alone made me think that maybe she's just in a very good mood. But the thing is, you don't even look the same, you know? Well, just some hardly noticeable differences though.
そんな、誰にもバレたことないのに。
I have more, for instance. After that, I started to list all the little details that were off in my eyes. She's gonna get angry.
わ、キモ。なんであんたユーリのことをそんなに観察してんのよ。
It's fine. It just came naturally since we started to spend more time together. But that aside, why did you do that? That's going a bit too far for a prank if you ask me. Gotta admit, Little Buster's Futaki pulled the trick off much better. That she did, yeah. I was very convinced she was, Haruka.
別に、あんたを試したかっただけよ。それに、ユーリからも許可はもらってるわ。
I mean, why else would she let you wear her clothes? As I thought, they were in it together. And what exactly did you put to the test?
それは。
Well, Hanako, we're waiting. Is it something difficult to say? She seems to be slightly nonplussed.
とにかく、ここまで来たんだから少し買い物に付き合いなさい。話はその後よ。
Frustrated that her plan fell apart so spectacularly. You gotta make me feel better. Accompany me. Oi! Hanako grasps my arm and forcibly drags me away.
いやー、そんだ。今日は楽しかったわ。
I never thought she'd say she'd have fun with Yuma ever. So, would you finally tell me what the whole ordeal was about?
覚えてたか。
Of course not. That's why I even bothered going with you. Well, duh. There'd have to be something wrong for me if I did.
たく仕方ないわね。あんたがどこまでユーリを好きなのか確かめたかっただけよ。
Of course she did. Was there really a need to pretend to be Yuri if it's just that?
大ありよ。あんたが見た目だけで有利を選んでたら、私が入れ替わってても気づかないだろうし。
Yep, that's true. But I also figured out there was something off with the looks, so that doesn't exactly hold up.
だからそんなのあんただけよ。よーく観察しないと違いには気づかないはずなのに。
Your personalities are quite opposite though, so that's a dead giveaway right away. Does that mean I passed?
まあ、私もここまで見事にバレるとは思わなかったから、合格ってことにしといてあげるわ。あの
Banzai!
男とも違うみたいだしね。
There we go. She's finally admitted it. Other guys? That probably refers to those guys she talked about the other day. Guys who'd also take the older sister as a trade-off as long as they just look the same. That incident might have also caused Hanako some trauma, not just Yuri. Exactly. That's exactly what it would do.
しかし、あんたってほんと有利じゃなきゃダメなのね。
She's finally accepting us. As she says so, she displays a bright smile that no one but she can make. If you make such a face, it's really easy to tell you apart.
私の方が可愛いでしょ？
She does have the fang. There must be countless guys who think so. Guys aren't all as worthless as you think.
どうだか。最低でも妹の恋人以上の男でないと、私は認めないわよ。
Fair enough. Huh, the eye tint, the contact lenses didn't match Yuri's color. Oh, okay. I can't say I noticed myself, but then again I do need glasses, so... If you go by that standard, you'll easily find an infinite amount of them.
そうね。いくらでもいるわ、そのぐらいの男。
True, but you know, there's plenty of fish in the sea. Her strong-willed face is illuminated by the evening sun, making her appear dazzling in my eyes. To be honest, I couldn't help but think she looks cute. Of course, Yuri is cuter, though. Yeah. Well then, it's curfew soon. I'll see you home.
ねえ、浅葉。最後に一つだけわがまま言っていい？
He's done a lot for you already, but I'm sure one more won't hurt. It depends. What is it?
私、あんたとあの丘の夜景が見たい。
I am not liking this direction. Lined up next to Hanako, I gaze at the night scenery. I never would have thought I'd come to see it with Hanako before Yuri.
ユーリとはいつもどんなことを話してんの？
Basically just trifling stuff. About the day, about yesterday, about tomorrow, families, stuff like that.
家族？どうせ私の悪口で盛り上がってるんでしょ？
God damn, Hanako, you really think your sister that low? Yuri didn't talk bad about you even once. Hearing that, Hanako heaves a sigh that has both relief and bewilderment mixed in it.
ねえ、前に私があんたを好きだって言ったらユーリがどう反応するか、そんな話をしたでしょ？
Okay, yes. いいよ。When I told Yuri about it, she was pretty much dumbfounded.
ユーリはね、私に弱みがあるのよ。
Indeed, we've seen that. What do you mean?
ねえ、私の顔をじっと見つめてみて。ユーリとどっちが綺麗？
As she says so, she pulls down the collar of her top a tiny bit and shows me a part of her right breast. Oh, what are you doing, Hanako? Oi! Surprised at the situation of almost seeing her bare breast, I tried to stop her in a fluster.
うっさい。黙ってみろ。
What is happening? However, in response to her unusual voice that carries a tinge of sadness, I open my eyes and do as I'm told. Her skin is faintly illuminated by the streetlights. There I see... a burn?
小さい頃にさ、ユーリと2人で親を驚かせようと思って料理してる最中、鍋から火を吹かせちゃったの。
Nah, apparently she's showing us something important. Even under this faint light, the burn can clearly be seen.
で、慌ててそれを消そうとした時にやけどしちゃったのよね。
As if to illustrate it as a funny story, Hanako goes on in a jesting tone.
でさ、料理をしようって言い始めたのはユーリだったし、たまたま私があの子をかばう形でやけどしちゃったからずっと気にしてんのよ。
That's unfortunate.
このやけどの跡を見ちゃうと暗くなるし、気軽にプールにも入れないしで、ほんといい迷惑。こっちはもうこんな傷気にしてないのにさ。
That's a shame, really. So... I think I faintly grasped the reason behind both their behaviors and speech. Yuri wishes for Hanako's happiness, and Hanako wishes for Yuri's happiness. They've been running parallel to each other the whole time.
もしユーリが私に負い目を感じて恋人を譲ろうなんて考えてたら、ひっぱたいてやろうかと思ってた。いろいろとめんどくさい妹だけど、幸せにしてやってよね。
You see, Tolrath, they really do care about each other a lot. Oh man, these two sisters, they both make too much of me.
私もユーリに負けないよ。いい男を捕まえないとな。ユーリより私がいいって言ってくれる人とか。
I mean, it's totally fine, right? You know? Even if she has a burn scar, she can still say she's pretty. Don't go for someone like that.
はあ？どうしてよ。あ、もしかして焼き餅とか？
Someone who compares you to Yuri is no good. You have to find someone who only looks at you and falls in love with only you. Ooh, she wasn't expecting that. Hanako suddenly hung her head, resting it on my chest.
くっそ。そんなの分かってるわよ。あんたみたいなのには絶対に惚れないし。顔はイケメンで、性格だって優しくて、高学歴で、高収入で、それから。
I love how she's gonna marry a very rich, successful businessman, eh?
それから、こんな遅くまで好きでもない女に付き合う物好きな男でも探すわよ。
Good luck, Hanako. Yeah, she is. When did he become a smooth talker?
もう、門限を破るなんてどういうつもりなの？
Uh-oh, angry Yuri is angry.
ごめん、遅くなっちゃった。
As we reached the dorm, the thunderbolt called Yuri struck us. Hanako replies calmly and quickly walks off towards the entrance.
浅場も今日は付き合ってもらって悪かったわね。あんたがユーリを好きだっていうのはよーくわかったわ。
Don't test people like that again.
さて、どうしようかしらね。
Of course. She said so, not the slightest bit apologetic, and disappeared into the dorms. This is where I would have been interested to see if there would be a Hanako route. What would it be like? It would certainly have a different, dynamic to it, no question. Man, she just can't be honest until the bitter end.
ユーマくん、花と何かあったの？
Well, this and that. The one thing I can say, though, is that it was quite a letdown that it wasn't you who I had a date with.
ごめんね。
I'll forgive you if you give me a kiss.
そんな恥ずかしいことは できません。
As I see Yuri turn all red, a smile naturally surfaces on my face. Yeah, I really do love her. I absolutely really do.
ああ、疲れた。電気と。
Uh-oh. I have a bad feeling about this situation. Oh, shit.
誰？
Oh, God. In response to a sudden voice, I reflexively cower away. That person who stands amid the darkness observes my reaction and smiles delightfully.
そんなに怖がらなくてもいいのよ。今は何もしないから。
Oh my god. Oh no, did he see us on a date and thought I was dating Hanako? Oh no.
気になって見に来てみたけど変わってないわね。
変わってない。つうか、誰よあんた。
Oh.
自己紹介が必要かしら。
Well, you're a man in a girl's dormitory. You're very suspicious.
早く出て行かないと人を呼ぶから。
無駄よ。
Huh?
花？
The fuck?
電気もつけないでどうしたの？それにそんな変な顔して。
He was hiding in the darkness, and as soon as the light came on, he disappeared. What?
どうしたのって。あれ？
Before I noticed, the strange person had already vanished into thin air in the blink of an eye. Okay, I think we're about done here. Things are really starting to build up now.
セーブしてもよ。セーブしました。
I can only wonder what it's going to be like on other routes, man. I'm actually kind of interested to see how Hyperion's going to play into all these routes, because surely he will, right?
終わりにしちゃうの？
Yes, unfortunately, I am going to quit today. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. That was very interesting. Still no finale, but hey, maybe within the next 2 streams or so, we should get to a finale point. So yeah, with that said, taking a day off tomorrow. I'll see you guys on Saturday. Take care, and have a good night.